Yo, it's your boy Bleen. Today I'm about to do yet another Naruto What If. This is what if Naruto was the Ghost Rider. So, let's get into this. Where we start off this What If is with, Naruto actually, getting bodied by multiple other, children, and even some, Chunin joining to, beat up Naruto. Naruto pretty much runs home after the beating, and he just wishes that he had parents, so people wouldn't really hate on him, because that's the only reason why he would even think that people would hate, because he doesn't know about him being the Nine Tails Jinchuriki. So when he hears a voice, he pretty much looks around and trying to see who's in his house, as the man pretty much tells him that he can give him anything he ever wanted as long as he can take his soul. As Naruto would, instantly say yes, but actually realizing, my soul? As Naruto wakes up the next morning after a white flash of light, then he hears his mom screaming at him to go to the academy. And it almost seemed that the whole, everybody changed their attitude towards Naruto. So, because in this one, Minato never died, and Naruto would have the Nine Tails sealed in him, and only the parents would know. But they're not gonna disrespect. They're not gonna disrespect, the fourth Hokage's son. So Naruto would basically jump out the window with his breakfast, and he'd pretty much be going off to the academy. He would see, he would see the rest of the kids, and they're actually, being nice to Naruto. Naruto was actually noticing this, so he was like, okay, this is cool. But when Naruto gets to the academy, everything goes pretty much the same. It's just that everybody's nice to him. He actually has friends. But when he goes back home after the academy, pretty much happy to have parents, he pretty much goes home and he opens the door and he sees his parents are gone. The man pops up again and he says, "Where are my parents?" As as the man is walking towards the shadows, he would say, "I made them disappear. They're dead." I said I can give you what you want, but I never said how long you would have what you wanted. As Naruto is left with nothing, with no soul. As Naruto, he would start to tap into the Ghost Rider stage, and he would just go in and out, just flickering in and out of it. As Naruto would go a full Ghost Rider stage, burning, burning a lot, as he's just pretty much running around with the fire. He even gets to a point where the motorcycle summons, but when it summons Deku or Naruto, he pretty much falls out. The motorcycle disappears, and Naruto is just left in the street. As Naruto would wake up knowing that, people knowing that Naruto and what's the name are dead, the grown-ups pretty much had a rumor that Naruto, being the Nine Tails Jinchuriki, he, in rage, probably killed his family. Which, it's a rumor that spread around, and kids don't like to sleep, so they probably overheard it. So it just got spread around the village. So now when Naruto leaves his house, he realizes that everybody's giving him looks again, even worse looks before. And yeah, And Naruto, no. You just you just can't with Naruto anymore. Naruto is like you can just tell that he has power now, which it just makes the rumors seem any like a lot worse. Cause yesterday or any other day before or yesterday, they would pretty much that Naruto was not that strong because he was just a kid, but now they can tell like this menacing power, so they think it's the Nine Tails, but I don't even think they knew it was just 50%. So they would come to the assumption that the Nine Tails destroying everything would hold would that would probably be like holding the Nine Tails back. Like Nine Tails would probably be holding its power back against Minato, and Naruto has fully got the power. That's what they think because yeah, and now Naruto just pretty much goes into like the place that he was training in, and he was pretty much train. He would just train not in jutsu but taijutsu in his Ghost Rider shit, and it doesn't even seem like he doesn't have to do jutsu. And there's multiple people following him. There's Ambu following him, and obviously Hinata's following him. But yeah, pretty much Ambu are following him, seeing that his training is fucking crazy. It's not what he's doing. It's not what the training is. It's just what he's doing. Yeah, he has just regular taijutsu for like a little kid, but summoning fire hot enough to basically burn down the whole village. As Naruto, he would work himself up to the point where he would be able to actually summon the motorcycle, as he would basically, see that there's like a chain, like he would see like there's a chain attached to the motorcycle. He would break it off, and he would start swinging it around, and he would pretty much use the chain into his Chaijutsu. So yeah, I'll say that he kind of I'll say that he kind of makes like he kind of like makes a kunai, and he kind of like attaches it to the end of the chain. And this kunai, like the circular metal piece, it can like open and close. So it just attaches it to the chain. And now he has like this long ranged. Well, he has like a long range kunai at this point. It's just a fucking chain link kunai. As Naruto would just put that in his like taijutsu, like with the chain and shit. And he pretty much is training for the next 5 years. So this all happens when Naruto is 5. As Naruto, he would pretty much after his 5 years of training, like he's the strongest in the class. He just really doesn't have to show it. So yeah, Naruto's really not caring. He kind of like skipped the academy like he would usually do. But instead of people going after him, or not people going after him, but what's his name? Uruka? Yeah, Uruka Sensei trying to get him back into the academy. No one would even like attempt to do that. Naruto's doing something, well, he doing something, we gonna wait until he done. Because if he out here, if the rumors are true, and he's out here killing Kage and people he out here killing Kage and people who have Uzumaki chains, you don't want anything. You don't want no hands from Naruto. Like, you don't want nothing from him. Okay? Just leave him alone and just let him be. Cause if you end up trying to fight Naruto, you're probably gonna be bodied. So when they do train, and it's an uneven number, because I'm talking about like when the class spars, yeah, it's probably just gonna be an uneven number because no one's Naruto's not gonna be there. When Naruto is there and he fights Sasuke, like for the last time before getting their headbands to see like who's really at the top of the class. Naruto doesn't go all out, but Naruto, he pretty much just, when Sasuke uses a fireball jutsu to start off the match, he pretty much uses the chain. He just pulls it from his pocket and just swings it around, and he just sets it on fire, and it just totally, it just like brings Sasuke towards him. Like Sasuke just gets, I'll say like what he did with the chain. I'll say that he pretty much threw it at Sasuke, or not threw it, but whipped it at Sasuke, and Sasuke kind of dodged it, but it still hit. It still was like right around him. So Naruto just blitzed him and pretty much wrapped the chain around Sasuke, and pulled him towards himself and kicked Sasuke. So Sasuke is pretty much, he didn't even know what happened to him because he threw the fireball. Then Naruto just blitzed him with the chain, spinned him around, then kicked him. As Sasuke doesn't even know what's going on when he's released from the chain, but he pretty much, doesn't let that get to him, and he still goes to fight with the taijutsu. As he goes for another fireball, but Naruto just uses the chain to wrap around Sasuke's arm. So he just brings him closer to the ground, so when the fireball only hits the ground. And Naruto just jumps up in the air, and he just kind of swings the chain that is still connected to Sasuke's arm, and just swings him in the air, and he just gets bodied and thrown to the ground. As Sasuke, he's not feeling too good. So yeah, they kind of do the Shadow Clone Jutsu thing, but Naruto still doesn't pass because, he has not been training ninjutsu at all, so he just wouldn't know it. The only ninjutsu he knows is the sexy jutsu. So yeah, he really doesn't know anything else. So I'll say that Mizuki still tries to fool him, but Naruto understands what he's trying to do. So he pretty much does it anyway, and he kind of just steals the scroll, but he just transforms. He just makes another scroll. He just takes a scroll that he brought from like a store. They probably have scrolls there. So he just takes another scroll and kind of transformed it to look like the actual scroll. And he would just write down every other thing that he knew, every other thing that he wanted to know in the scroll, so he could actually train on his own time. Because he knows that Mizuki wants the scroll, and Naruto has abysmal chakra control. So he knows that it's going to take a while for him to learn these, and he don't think it's only going to take an hour. So, yeah, when Mizuki pulls up on him, Naruto transformed the scroll and transformed the scroll into a Naruto clone. The Naruto clone transformed itself into a rock, and Naruto threw the rock to Mizuki and said, "That's a scroll I transformed into a rock." And he pretty much transformed, the scroll that he read to into a rock, and he just has it in his pocket. And yeah, he pretty much gives it to Mizuki, and Mizuki It's like, okay, yeah, he de-transforms it, and it de-transforms into a Naruto clone that makes another 100 Naruto clones and beats the dog shit out of. Just beats him up. Just beats Mizuki up. Naruto only learned the multi shadow clone jutsu. Like he wrote down like 3 jutsu. So yeah, you can pick whatever the other 3 jutsu are. So yeah. So when Naruto, so yeah, actually Aruka comes through too after that, and he gives the Naruto clone a headband. The clone comes back to the actual Naruto and gives him the headband and dispersed. And yeah, Naruto he comes to the class and sees, and pretty much to see what his class is. And Naruto would see that he's on the class, or not on the class, but with a team on Sasuke and Sakura. So yeah, he just leaves after that because he got better things to do. But when he comes back around 3 hours ago, or 3 hours later, that's when Kakashi pretty much pulls up too. So yeah, they go on the roof, and Kakashi pretty much is like, okay, what's your goals and aspirations and all that shit. And yeah, Naruto, he pretty much says that he wants to become Hokage. And yeah, people just look at him in a weird way, but they don't say nothing. But yeah. But Sasuke says he wants to kill a certain someone, and Sakura, who cares what she says? Kakashi just says don't eat, and yeah. So Naruto, he don't really care about what Kakashi said. He still eats anyway because he's smart enough to know that the Jonin is gonna be stronger than him on any, or Jonin is gonna be stronger than a Genin on any day. And maybe Naruto's probably strong, or probably around the strength of Kakashi, but just like, even if he'd still be at a disadvantage. Cause I said around the strength. I never said he was stronger than him. That means what I'm trying to say is that Kakashi can lose to Naruto, and Naruto can lose to Kakashi. So it's like a 50-50 chance. That means Naruto, not being able to eat, would pretty much lower his chances of winning. Would that's probably make them, use teamwork. But Naruto really doesn't care about teamwork because he's he's about the same strength as Kakashi. So he's just gonna go there and be like, yeah, I already ate, so I don't really gotta do nothing. So Sasuke and Sakura, they're hungry. Kakashi pulls up like 4 hours later, and he explains the bell test, and it starts. And Naruto actually, does go into the bushes, makes a shadow clone, and the shadow clone leaves the bushes and makes more shadow clones. So yeah, they're all fighting Kakashi without using any. They're just using the regular taijutsu, and the taijutsu's not better than Kakashi's. Like, he has good taijutsu. He has mid rank Jonin taijutsu. So it is a challenge, but Kakashi can handle him. Like, he can handle him. So Kakashi pretty much does like a flip in the air and does like a water jutsu, like a water dragon, but it's like smaller because he doesn't really want to hurt Naruto like that. So he pretty much obliterates the clones, and he's like, they were all clones. Luckily, he only used that jutsu, so he didn't waste all of his chakra. And he knows that if he uses the Sharingan, which he just might have to if they have to use teamwork, which during the poofing of all the clones, Sasuke pretty much body flickers, because yes, I'm giving Sasuke the body flicker. He body flickers into the smoke of when the shadow clones poofed, and he just makes more clones that transform. He just makes like 3 clones that transform into Naruto, and he transformed into Naruto too. just thinking that there is more Naruto, so pretty much backing Naruto up. So Naruto actually comes out and makes more shadow clones, and Sakura, she's still there waiting for her chance. And they're all like unknowingly using backup. They're just seeing they're just seeing like where they can actually do this, and they're just doing it. So Sakura is actually moving behind Kakashi in the bushes. So yeah, she's like right behind him. And no, Naruto actually having some good sensory. You'd actually notice that Sakura is you can see her pink hair through the fucking bushes. So yeah, he pretty much realized that. Okay, so he pretty much whispers to Sasuke that Sakura's behind Kakashi. So they pretty much make a plan to make Kakashi move forward or move backwards to Sakura, where she can run up and take the bell. And she's moving pretty fast because she's using chakra into her feet. So yeah, Sasuke does a fireball jutsu, and like he's like, oh shit, Genin should not know fireball jutsu, but Naruto does like not a fireball jutsu, but he does a bigger fireball that's right behind Kakashi's, and Naruto's fireball pretty much just absorbs Sasuke's and just makes an even bigger one. And yeah, it just makes Kakashi actually pretty much is getting pushed. He can't really go left or right because Sasuke is on the left and Naruto's on the right. And yeah, he's pretty much getting pushed, and he barely has any chakra because he did use the the lightning break twice and the water dragon. So if he really he could, but he's just waiting to see if Sakura will pop up out of nowhere, and she takes the bells.